tonight, brought to you by Linrich Seamless Siding, Windows and Doors. It is a female pro fight tonight. Fighting out of your blue corner, it's Katie Howard.
Katie Howard coming in from Portland, Oregon, the girls' gym, the GIRLS gym in Portland, Oregon. Fight weight is 120 pounds. She comes in with a pro record of 3-4-1 and 5'5", and of course 100. And these ladies are set to do battle as we had the fighter meeting earlier today before we kicked off, before we went on the air, and a very, very accomplished, formerly the #1 women's fighter in the country in Tara Larosa, who will be coming out in just a moment. She comes in with a professional record of 21-5, stands at 5'6". She is fighting also out of Greg Jackson's gym.
And fighting out of your red corner, it's Tara Larosa.
I mentioned formerly the #1 ranked female fighter at 120 pounds in the country right here in Billings, Montana.
Tara Larosa coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, out of Greg Jackson's, Mike Winklejohn's gym. Let me tell you something, she's going to be representing well. Katie Howard looking to take her on tonight, taking a big fight, taking a big name. You know, this type of matchup can define fighters. You know, you look back at the right kind of matchup where somebody takes on a big fight and there's a lot to gain and there's very little to lose. So Tara Larosa putting it all on the line tonight against Katie Howard out of Portland, Oregon, girls gym. Tara Larosa fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Greg Jackson, Mike Winklejohn, phenomenal, as I said, world-class gym there. These girls looking to put on a show for the Fusion Fight League main event of the evening. It has been a fantastic night of fights. Awesome fights from top to bottom. Excitement, knockdowns, submissions, decisions, some drama. I mean, this fight card has been fantastic, well put together, well executed, and we're ending on a high note here with our main event, Tara Larosa versus Katie Howard.
No question about it. It has been a remarkable night already, and no reason in the world not to think that that's going to continue now as Tara Larosa coming into the ring right now. And
we're going to bring Sam, our fusion fight girl, into the cage here for our final fight of the night here. Again, brought to you by Linrich Seamless Siding, Windows and Doors.
Tara Larosa, purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Royce Gracie, brown belt in Judo. Style is grappling, Judo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Look for some ground game from her, but make no mistake, she is very well-rounded, very well experienced in this game. And Katie Howard fighting out of Portland, Oregon, coming in here with no lack of confidence. She has not taken her eyes off of Tara Larosa since she entered
Ladies
the cage.
and gentlemen, this pro main event fight tonight brought to you by Linrich Seamless Siding, Windows and Trim, a siding and window company that has been serving the Montana-Wyoming region for over 20 years. They offer 5-star seamless siding, custom windows and trim, and double and triple pane windows as well. So when it comes to fixing up your house, Linrich, located at 455 Moore Lane, they're a proud supporter of a lot of community events like Fusion Fight League. So big thank you to our main sponsor tonight, Linrich Seamless Siding, Windows and Doors. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner, out of Portland, Oregon, representing Girls Gym. She is 120 pounds, 5 feet 5 inches tall. It's Katie Howard. And fighting out of the red corner with a record of 21-5. Representing Jackson's MMA of Albuquerque, New Mexico, by way of Woodstown, New Jersey, 121 pounds, 5 feet 6 inches tall. It is Tara Larosa.
Let me tell you, Katie Howard is queen of the stare down tonight. Intense fighter, just looking at Tara Larosa, not taking her eyes off for a second.
But Tara Larosa had a look on her face that did not seem to indicate she was all that impressed with the theatrics that Katie Howard is bringing into the ring here for our main event, our featured pro event of the night.
You know what's great about these types of stare downs, these types of looks? You see this in other sports. You see these guys looking at each other and giving each other looks, giving each other attitude. We got to figure it out here tonight at Fusion Fight League. These two are going to fight in seconds' notice, and we're going to find out. These guys get to settle that stare down. I would say Katie Howard so far winner of the stare down here. Let's see how the fight turns out.
Well, everybody's got a plan until they get hit. We'll see what happens here.
Little Mike Tyson quote. I
There you
like
go.
it.
Fighters feeling each other out just a little bit. Obviously, Larosa, the far more experienced, certainly at the professional level of the two. But you're absolutely right. Katie Howard showing no fear early on.
And again, Katie, no lack of confidence, but from Tara Larosa, but Katie Howard coming here intense, ready to win, throwing these kicks with pepper on them. These guys are coming in hot. Good head movement from Tara Larosa. But Katie Howard is not coming here to lose.
Both fighters trying to get inside. A good right knee there to the midsection from Tara Larosa.
Trading some leg kicks. These guys feeling each other out a little bit, but letting each other know neither one of these guys came to lay down.
And neither fighter seeming to want to go to the ground, at least at this point, but early on here in round number one.
Katie Howard's got some good wins. Beat Amy Montenegro, Reagan Benedetti. Some good wins on her record. She knows how to win. She knows how to come in there and take it. That's exactly what she plans to do to Tara Larosa tonight. Larosa probably has other plans.
Right, Larosa throwing that jab out there, trying to keep Howard at bay, recognizing that even at 3 and 4, she is a dangerous fighter, and so you do want to make sure that you protect yourself at all times.
Some good shots landed by Howard there. Getting through the guard of Larosa.
And Larosa trying to use those legs and do some damage down low, if that's what's available.
Some great shots by Katie Howard, pressing forward, letting everybody know I may be the underdog here, but I did not come to lose.
And Howard now switching around and getting her right leg out there and going that same sort of lefty-righty that Matt Kano was in the last fight.
Good outside leg kick from Katie Howard. Good right hook. Look for this fight to continue to turn up. These guys are feeling each other out, but they're finding out where their shots belong. It's going to keep on turning up from here.
Good shot there by Howard, the right leg to the leg. Difficult to tell on Larosa because she's got those full pants on. You've noticed that throughout the course of the night, a lot of the fighters, you can sort of see what that damage is when they're getting kicked because the welts do begin to develop throughout the course of the fight. You wonder whether or not psychologically Larosa wearing those long pants, you won't be able to tell whether or not there are welts underneath there or not. Whatever psychological advantage there may be in knowing you're doing damage might go away.
Well, it looks like she's turned her legs to water already.
I'm guessing that when they get kicked, they probably hurt a little bit more than kicking the pool does.
Probably doesn't land like a splash. That's for sure. Ooh, these guys are exchanging right down the center.
Neither fighter seems at all intimidated thus far. No real big shots landed.
Oh,
here we go.
Some great shots landed by Larosa there. Howard recognizes that, respects it, but lets her know I'm right here. I'm not backing down, not backing up. She continues to come forward.
Come on, Montana. Cheer these fighters on. Tell them what you want to see.
Larosa responding to the crowd. Oh, throwing some big kicks. Big inside leg kick and a big right leg kick to the head. Larosa starting to pour it on, starting to turn it up here. Big body kick.
Cheer. Give them some more energy, everybody.
Fighters playing to the crowd just a little bit as they get inside in the first real back and forth of the fight.
Interesting. Oh.
Larosa absolutely trying to load up that right hand.
Swung for the fences there. Trying to make the lights go out in Georgia for Katie Howard. Tara Larosa letting her know she's ready to throw down. Interesting that Larosa has not opted to work any kind of clinch, takedowns, judo, wrestling. She's content, at least for now, big right hand for Larosa, at least right now, to strike with Katie Howard.
I think Larosa may recognize that, Howard's certainly not intimidated. She's not going to back away from her and a dangerous fighter. So until she knows exactly where she's at, and Larosa very clearly trying to end this with one punch.
10 seconds.
And as you said, some accumulation there. We don't get to see it on Larosa's leg, but some accumulation of these leg kicks. Howard has landed a lot.
That's round one of your pro main event tonight, brought to you by Linridge Seamless Siding, Windows, and Doors. Katie Howard out of Portland, Oregon, and Tara Larosa from Jackson MMA in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I tell you what, man.
All right, everybody. You guys got to keep cheering loud for these fighters, because I know for a fact the more you cheer, the
Howard
harder
very
they fight.
well may have won that round. Landed a lot of good strikes, landed a lot of leg kicks. Larosa throwing back in her own right, definitely landing good shots, trading well. Good shots landed by both fighters, but some great outside leg kicks, some great accumulation of those leg kicks, and some great consistency in her striking from Katie Howard, the underdog here tonight. So
Katie Howard playing a little bit of mental warfare, as well as she refused the stool when they offered to bring it in, and referee Jeff Noiby pulling everybody out into the middle once again. And
All right, here we go, everybody.
playing that mental game is Katie Howard.
Give
Let her
him
know.
some energy. Let him
I'm
know
not
what you
tired.
want him to
I got no
do.
problem with this. Now Jackson's MMA they are masters of game planning. Look for the potential for Larosa to switch
like
and take
it,
this fight to the
Montana.
ground.
That's more like
She
it.
felt content. She stayed standing the entire time during the first round. They often will switch it up from Jackson's MMA. They'll switch it up in between rounds. Big differences in the approach to different rounds, and that's why it's so hard to time those guys and to get a good read on them. They do a great job at game planning. Great chess match inside the cage, and Larosa pouring it on here. Howard a little bit shaky leg there, but still in the fight, still moving forward.
Larosa obviously seeing something she thinks she can exploit, throwing by far the biggest flurry of the fight thus far.
Oh!
It goes to the ground,
And Howard.
not back up.
Howard managed to get Larosa to the ground just very briefly, but caught a kick. Larosa lost her balance. Didn't follow her down. Now, a brown belt in judo is Larosa, so watch for her to use these trips. Watch for her to potentially use a throw against the cage here.
Larosa pinning Howard up against the back of the cage on the far side, away from us. Howard reaching around Larosa, trying to get out of that hold. Larosa trying to hook the leg and get her to the ground. Use those jiu-jitsu skills and all of the experience that she does have in her 27th professional fight.
A good inside leg trip attempt by Larosa there. Keeping Howard working against the cage. She's got a great underhook there with her left, pouring it on with her right hand. Good knees up the center.
Come on now, crowd. Where'd you guys go? Who do you want to win this fight?
The knees definitely don't feel like water splashing against your stomach. I guarantee that, Dave. And they separate.
See what I mean? The louder you cheer, the harder they fight.
And thus far, the play to the crowd has been effective, as Larosa still trying to throw those haymakers. She was throwing the right hand, the big right hands early in this fight, just throwing a big left hand there. None of them, unfortunately for her, have actually landed at this point, but she certainly is looking for the knockout with one punch. Howard covering up, clearly some damage being done, albeit gradually, by Larosa. And Howard trying to get in there.
A good little left hook snuck in there on Larosa from Howard. Little slip off the front kick. Larosa backs up and avoids it. Ooh.
Larosa with a big right leg there, did not land.
Smoking head kick just missed from Larosa. Another good right hand, right to the head of Larosa from Howard. Howard showing, I may be the underdog here, but I am coming for the win. You're stuck with me. Till you get rid of me, you are stuck with me in this cage.
I'm just going to keep coming until you do something to change that. And Larosa now getting shoved up against the edge. Howard slipping to the ground. Larosa didn't really send her there.
We're right back up.
Getting in there now.
See some of these knees landing for Larosa. None quite to the head, but this is a pro bout. You will see knees to the head. Larosa is right in front of us here, pinning Howard to the cage, working big knees, trying to work in the clinch. Working some knees to the head, knees to the body. Great alternating strikes by Larosa. Howard staying in it, continuing to strike, working to block those legs.
And Larosa just absolutely going to work with that right knee. She's got her pinned up against the cage right here and just hammering away at that midsection here in round number 2. Jumps back and throws a couple of good shots to the head of Howard as well.
And if you're sitting at home watching this on the live stream, let me tell you something. Go find a little kid in your house. Go find a little kid somewhere and have them punch you as hard as they can in the stomach. These knees to the body hurt. These are rough. Katie Howard showing great heart, showing great determination by staying in this fight despite these knees. Larosa showing great athleticism, great skill by throwing these knees up to center, keeping the position in the clinch, and working on Katie Howard here in the second round.
Larosa working the inside of the thighs now, trying to just wear Howard down as they head down the backstretch around number 2 and think about that final round.
And knees
10
are
seconds.
adding up for Larosa. Those hurt. Those are hitting the thigh. If we could see the thigh of Howard, she may be wearing it there.
And that's the end of that round. There was some action at the end there.
And Larosa puts an exclamation mark.
Bringing you our pro main event tonight.
Puts an exclamation mark at the end of that round by landing a couple extra shots to the thigh there. Phenomenal fight thus far. These guys are trading. Larosa showing her technical skill, showing her prowess. Katie Howard letting her know, I'm not coming in here to lose. I may be the underdog. I am not coming to lay down.
I don't know what the official scorecard is, but I have this fight dead even 1 round to 1 round. It's going to be interesting to see what happens and who wants this final round.
So we come to the final round of the evening here at Fusion Fight League. Brady, it's been a heck of an evening. And,
man.
This one beginning to kind of accelerate a little bit. First round relatively quiet. Fighters kind of feeling each other out. A lot more action in that second round. And I don't know if you could hear it.
All right, Fusion Fight fans, get on your feet. Make some noise for these fans. Make some noise for these fighters. Give them some energy. Get on your feet.
Yeah, third round here. Could be either way.
This is a live stream event with national attention. We
Could
have some
be
of the
1
biggest
and 1.
fighters in the world currently.
Let's see how that
watching this
third
fight,
round
Montana.
shakes out, Dave.
Cheer these fighters on.
Oh, with a big head kick shown by Larosa right away. Let her know I'm coming to take you out. Howard's continuing to come forward, eats a front kick there.
I think Larosa probably ahead on the cards, but not nearly so far ahead that either fighter should feel real comfortable right now. So I would guess both of these two, they know this is it. This is what we all came for. This is the final 5 minutes, and they are going to do everything they can to give these fight fans a show that what they came to pay for, and obviously most importantly, get a win.
Absolutely. And again, I'm surprised that Larosa hasn't looked to take this fight to the ground. Absolutely. Oh, big right hand landed by Larosa. Wobbled the legs of Katie Howard a little bit there, but Katie Howard continues to come forward and pour it on. I'm surprised that Larosa hasn't opted. Big swing. Swinging for the home run here. Trying to finish in this third round is Larosa. Surprised that she hasn't opted to take this fight to the ground.
Given her experience, and I mean, not just as a professional fighter, but what her background is. Yeah, I would have expected that unless she knows some sort of inside information about Katie Howard that leads her to believe that with 26 professional fights under your belt and all of her jiu-jitsu experience and all of that she would somehow be at a disadvantage on the ground. It does surprise me that she hasn't bothered to try and do that really at all.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, she is pouring it on the feet here as well. So you know what? She may be just deciding that, you know what? I'm better than Katie Howard on the feet. I can beat her on the feet. And I'm going to work my game here and try to improve on the feet. And it's a big body shots is Larosa. Continuing to come forward is Katie Howard. These guys are putting on a show for the Fusion Fight League fans here tonight. Trying to put an exclamation on this last round of the night, last round of their fight, third and final round here.
Well, you do sort of wonder about Larosa, that maybe what she's figuring is, well, if you do go to the ground, no matter how good you are, you do also provide the opportunities for somebody to get you into some sort of a submission hold or an armbar or whatever, that if you keep your distance and you can, if you can just win with legs and arms, you're better off because you don't subject yourself to whatever it is they might do to you either. And maybe that's part of the strategy that she figures. She's under the impression she is winning under this current strategy, and frankly, she's probably right.
Sure, yeah. Why fix it if it's not broken? She's doing very well on the feet. Why enter that question mark of going to the ground? Of course, it can be ended at any point on the feet as well. A knockout blow can happen at any time. Sure. Everyone has a puncher's chance. Tell you what, Katie Howard pouring forward, setting up an arm triangle here on Larosa, standing arm triangle. She may work to pull guard here and finish the submission. She has it locked up. Larosa defending well. She's answering the phone. She's doing everything right here. She's moving. She's transitioning her position. She wants to get that right arm out of that lock. Look for Katie Howard to potentially pull guard here, and she does. Putting all her weight, leaving Larosa to carry all that weight. If they go to the ground, it looks like they may. Larosa taking a moment to pull up her water pants there, and she escapes the position. Wrapping up head and arm here. Look for a big throw at her trip. There's that judo we're talking about from Tara Larosa. Very nice trip against Cage. Katie Howard is down. Larosa is on top, and let's see what transpires here on the ground, Dave.
And you had to figure that at some point Larosa was going to do that. She simply has too much experience and too much ability as a grappler on the ground. She is simply, so much better than virtually anybody else in the world at doing that. You had to figure at some point it was going to come. And apparently it did, apparently it did, but not until the end of round 3.
Well, and Katie Howard kind of made that decision herself by putting in that arm triangle, clinching, trying to set up a submission. Larosa says, all right, you want to play that game? Let's do it. She takes it to the ground, grinding her forehead into the face of Katie Howard here, letting her know, making it grueling, punishing her a little bit for trying to take it to the ground here.
And the fans absolutely begging for Larosa to start throwing some punches in there. Probably wisely from her point of view. She's relatively content.
All right, everybody, who do you want to win? Tell them what you want them to do. We're getting down to it. Give them some energy. Here we go.
Oh, big elbow landed by Larosa. Last 10 seconds of this round. Let's see who puts that exclamation mark on the round and tries to take it for their own. And that's time. That is the last round. That's the last round of our female main event here at Fusion Fight League. Larosa putting a stamp at the third round, taking Howard down. Let me tell you something, though. Howard never backed down. She never moved back. Even in that last round, she's setting up that arm triangle, setting up submission, trying to finish the fight. My hat's off to Katie Howard. A fantastic job. Tara Larosa obviously showcasing who she is and what she's good at here tonight at Fusion Fight League. Great fight put on by these ladies here. And a heck of a night, Dave.
No question about it. Now we'll go to our ring announcer, Big J, here as soon as we get the results from the judges.
Big J is going to tell us what's happening. Some shiny shoes he has there. Very shiny. Very nice, Big J.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get our fighters to the center of the cage if we could, please. All right. It did go to the judges' decision in our final fight tonight, brought to you by Linrich Seamless Siding, Windows, and Doors. Your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, it's Tara Larosa!
Tara Larosa takes the decision, but Katie Howard came in here. She took on a heck of a tough fight,
Tara,
a heck of an
do you want me to
opponent,
say it,
and fought
everybody
very,
out there?
very well. Congratulations to Tara Larosa.
for coming. This is a great state for MMA. What a cool audience y'all are.
Yup.
There you go. Give it up one more time for Tara Larosa there, taking it home tonight.
Don't forget it, everybody. Montana MMA Fusion Fight League, putting on the
Remember,
best
tonight,
fights
the
in
after
Montana.
fight.